Hi, my name is Sam. This is my task D4 submission. I built a workout schedule planner and performance tracker in C++. First of all, I defined some constants here, max weeks, exercises, days of the week, and the window size for the GUI output. There's three main components of the program. There's the schedule planner, where you decide, I want the plan to last for however many weeks. I want to do however many exercises on any specific day of each week. You then you log your actual sessions that you complete. That's the second major function of the code. And then the third is a graph display that makes use of SplashKit to show you how closely you've been adhering to the original schedule that you wrote at the start. The main data structure is made up of 4 nested structs. Week entry is the smallest. It stores a scheduled target, the actual result, so what you actually did, and a logged flag to tell the program if you've actually done that day of that week yet. Exercise stores everything about one exercise. Its name, its type. Type is going to either be weights, cardio, or calisthenics. The starting value, so the starting weight or sets or distance or time or whatever. The weekly increments. So for each metric, you can set the program to increase week to week. Let's say you want to add 2.5 kilograms to a particular lift every week. Day plan holds up to 6 exercises for one day. Exercise count then tells the program which of those 6 slots, are actually in use. Workout plan, as you can see, tells the program how many of the weeks up to 12 that you're using, and then feeds back into day plan. This last one here, exercise ref, is not really part of the main structure. It's just there to be used by the dashboard. It holds a pointer to an exercise and its day index so that the dashboard can navigate through all the indexes without needing to copy everything across every time. I've got 3 input helper functions here. Get float input essentially asks the user for an input, and then if it's not a valid input, it'll loop through. Get int input does the same thing, but for integers, and get int range takes get int input and checks it against a minimum and maximum value, and throws an error if it's not between those values. As it says here, this is where the data initialization happens. This section basically creates a blank workout plan with all of the entries zeroized. And then down here, it starts filling it out with user input. And then if you've asked for any progressive overload on weight or distance or whatever, it'll calculate that week to week. So this is where you would do that in the schedule builder. Run schedule builder basically lets the user define their plan. It collects the number of weeks and then loops over every day of every week, asking the user to input what exercises they want to do, up to 6 exercises per day. The session logger is here. The session logger is where the user inputs the actual sessions that they conducted, how much weight they actually lifted on a particular day or a particular week, or how far they actually ran, or how many push-ups they actually did. Yeah, here, run session logger is the menu facing wrapper. So it asks which day and week to log, and then it calls log session. Calculate adherence basically returns the percentage of logged weeks where the user hit at least 95% of their target for a particular exercise. This is used by the dashboard to show how consistently the plan is being followed. Save plan, clues in the name, saves the plan. It writes the plan to workout underscore plan.txt. And then that can be called back up by the program in load plan. Load plan basically reads workout plan.txt, and then it splits the key from the value. So in the workout plan.txt file, the key and the value are separated by an equal sign. So it just uses that to tell each half apart. Dashboard is the third major component of the program, where it generates the GUI charts showing how closely someone's been adhering to the actual original scheduled workout plan. Draw bar chart renders that bar chart for one exercise. Blue bars show scheduled targets, green bars show what you actually did, and then the bar height scales to the maximum value in the dataset. So if you did more, it's not going to go off the top of the screen, basically. Draw dashboard screen assembles that GUI view. It shows the chart and the metric summary, the sets, color-coded adherence, percentages, a bunch of things. And then here we go, run dashboard. So run dashboard basically opens the Splashkit window, and it also handles the navigation. You can use arrow keys to navigate left and right through each of the charts for every exercise for every day, showing how closely you've been adhering. And then at the bottom, we have main. Main obviously ties everything together. It loads the saved plan on startup and then runs a menu loop, asking you, if you want to build a new schedule, log a session, view the performance dashboard, or save and quit. Then reads user input and does the thing. So that's how the program works. Thanks.